Shanghai 6 Front Towards Gamer. We're just finishing up here at the Crysis 2 party at 08 here at PAX West. And I have the executive producer for Crysis 2. Let's go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi, I'm Nathan Camarillo.
Very nice to meet you, sir. So, how is tonight gone? You're starting to wind down here. Let's. How do you think it went?
Yeah, it's getting to the end of the night, but I mean, it's awesome. We had a lot of people come out and attend. We had 12 multiplayer stations playing the whole night. Everybody's been playing multiple matches. You know, they're really engaged, really enjoying the game, so it's cool. I mean, it not only is it good to see people playing and enjoying the game, but then talking to them, hearing what their reactions are, what they like, what they didn't like. You know, it's really good.
Well, that's a great question. What are some of the things that people are saying in general, good and bad? It's all right.
Yeah. I mean, the main thing is people really love the style of the game. It's very familiar. They can pick it up. They get it right away. And then when they figure out the cool stuff with the nanosuit, you know, the cloak gameplay, the armor gameplay, and all the cool finesse moves and power moves that you can do, you know, they're like, oh, this is awesome. And it really blows their mind on all the different tactics and styles of play that they see evolving over the course of time as people get engaged with the product.
Now, as a fan of the original PC game, what are some of the big changes we're going to see here with Crysis 2, as far as single player and multiplayer?
So one of the big things is we refined the nanosuit for Crysis 2, and it doesn't mean that we cut any features out. We just made some things much more readily available to you that people were doing anyway, like things like doing sprint and then doing a power jump, you know, by switching to strength mode. We put these together so you don't have this fumbling around with, you know, the keyboard and mouse. Like, we put these things so you're always mobile all the time. You have a lot of mobility throughout the environment and be able to do things, but we even made that go even further. So instead of just jumping on top of stuff, you can grab ledges, climb on things, you know, get really high throughout the levels, and then you still have the core, which is going stealth or going and activating your armor to be able to survive a lot of damage. So when you combine these together, it's a very unique and tight gameplay loop where you're constantly making decisions based on the combat environment that you're faced with at that point in time, and you're making, you know, really quick micro decisions based on the either in multiplayer or single player what your enemies are throwing at you.
So set the scene for the game. I know the first one is in Korea.
Yeah.
I think we're in New York now. What's the storyline here?
Yeah, the first one was set on a remote island off the, you know, Asian coast somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. I mean it wasn't. Right, okay. There were North Koreans on the island. I don't know if they necessarily owned it, but you know, they were there. But Crysis 2 takes place in New York, and it's a big switch for us. Crysis 2 takes place about 3 years after the original Crysis 1. There's a lot of continuity for Crysis 1 players in the storyline and characters and plot and backstory. But if you didn't play Crysis 1, you won't be lost. You know, there's more information out there if you want to look it up. But for people who are fans of the original game, you know, they're going to feel like, yeah, okay, this is an honest sequel. It's just a little bit further forward, you know, than the original. It's not, you know, 5 minutes later on Crysis 1 and it picks up exactly where it left off. It's like I said, 3 years, but there's a lot of continuity between the two.
I think that's everything we got. I'll let you get back to your party here. Thank you very much for giving us a little bit of time, and I certainly appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, it's great to have everybody come on. Great to have you here. Thanks for the interview. I mean, hope everyone will play Crysis 2.
Absolutely. All right, thanks a lot, everybody. Shanghai 6 out.
Thanks.